But the number 29 car, Donovan Jackson, looked there to the inside of Bryan last lap. He's working that different groove down here in turns 1 and 2. The number 29, Donovan Jackson.
Well, you know, Joe Kelly, Mitch Ward, a man out in front. Randy Bryan had mechanical problems last night, if you remember. Had that car, had a lot of smoke bellowing from it at the end of his heat race. Comes back through the field here now in that 64 car. Mitch Ward out in front. Randy Bryan in second spot. Donovan Jackson in the third. Those are your top three that are going to transfer. And for the most part, everybody is pretty much calmly in their positions as they'll exit off turn 4 and come to 2 to go this time by.
2 to go. You know, if I remember correctly, on practice night, Randy Bryan had a tough night on practice night. Had ended up in the number 55 car for the champions race here. So at least they got the car headed in the right direction. White flag in the air for the 862 of Mitch Ward. Randy Bryan in that second spot, looking pretty good for a transfer position. Donovan Jackson in the number 29. He's right there with him. Clean race here, ladies and gentlemen. As they cross the line, it's going to be Mitch Ward, Randy Bryan, Donovan Jackson, and that's going to leave Andrew Smith, Logan Lewis, Charlie Seaball, Tim Doyle, Dwayne Williams, and Teddy Williams, all to a B main here tonight, Wesley.
That's right, and an awesome performance by the driver, that number 862. Of course, Mitch Ward from Speltier, West Virginia. Just down the road from, the racetracks that include Elkins Raceway and Tyler County Speedway. He calls Tyler County Speedway home.
Home track.
Of course, the Mod Light Stars, presented by Bilstein Shocks, run their big event, the Mega 100 there.
All right.
Coming up in May 30th, 31st, and June 1st.
Well, how about this?
It will be a big modified race, and the Mod Light Stars will run for some big money as well.
How about this? We've got the Bilstein Shocks Heat Race, number 4, out on the Speedway now.
Let's do it.
All right, starting on that last row, Larry Hubbard III in number 77. How about Morgan Johnson to the inside in the 57? She's out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Outside of row number 3, Blake Wilson. They call him the 18 show. He's out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Then the number 28, that's going to be Eric DeSiltis out of Quebec, Canada. How about inside of row number 2, outside of row number 2? It's a family affair in row number 2. Actually, we've had a couple of things change up here tonight. Looks like Vivian Jones is up on the front row. So, Rod Jones outside of row number 2. The number 14B of Darren Bass, Joe Glick, and Vivian Jones, a 17-year-old out of West Middlesex, Pennsylvania, on the front row. Let's see what that young lady's got for him tonight. All right, boys, tighten up your belts. Young lady, 17-year-old out of West Middlesex, Pennsylvania, up in front. Look at her dad, Rod Jones. Rod Jones to the high side. He did it last night. He's working his way around Darren Bass. Darren Bass in that 14B. Had to come through a B main last night with a whale of a job. Started 24th, finished 3rd. All right, Rod Jones. Wesley, here's the question.
Yep.
You got Dad in the 820, the 17-year-old daughter in the 20. What does Dad do when he gets to her? We're about to see it.
We're going to see it here in a minute. He powers down to the inside, making a move on daughter Jones. Vivian still holds on to that top spot by mere inches. They battle now, door to door. Cars unison in color. Down the back straightaway.
Look at
Derek
Vivian.
Bass to 3rd, Joe Glick 4th. And how about Morgan Johnson starting to power up to the field, but then she lost momentum off the 4 corner.
How about that? Darren Bass now gets around the 3 car. Glick, Darren Bass up into a final transfer spot. Vivian Jones back to 2nd. Rod Jones taking the spot from his young daughter. Rod Jones not happy with his car last night, though he was very, very good on the high side of the racetrack. Just talked to him earlier. He was not happy with the car. They have been working on the team cars here today. Vivian, Rod, and Roman Jones all here this weekend racing at Bubba Raceway Park. How about it? Rod Jones out front, Wesley Outland, Vivian Jones 2nd, and the guy out of Cocoa, Florida, Darren Bass in that final transfer spot.
And let's talk about the number 5 position. Blake Wilson from Little Rock, Arkansas. Calls I-30 Speedway home as they come to the line. It'll be 2 to go this time by, but Blake Wilson had something break on his car last night. Joe Kelly, they worked on that car till almost 3 o'clock this morning. went to the hotel, got 4 hours of sleep, came back at 8 o'clock this morning and practiced on the track before they done track prep work today to get that car settled in. He's on the outside looking in right now in the B-main spots, but the white flag's in the air with Rod Jones out in front at the end of Bill Stingshock's heat race number 4. Here they come to the line. Checkered flag will go in the air, Joe Kelly.
Rod Jones into Jones Performance, number 820, is going to take the win. Vivian Jones into Jones Performance. D&M Excavating, number 20, goes to second. And Darren Bass loops it on the last lap, Wesley, and coming into turn 4, losing control.
Loses the spot, too.
Chaos Motorsports entry, 2 nights in a row, having a tough time in his heat race. He's going to give that spot to Joe Glick. So Joe Glick is going to finish third. Vivian Jones second. Rod Jones, who started outside of row 4, is going to win it. That's going to leave Blake Wilson, Larry Hubbard, Morgan Johnson, Eric DeSiltis, and Larry Hubbard to go to a B main here tonight. All right.
Number 5, here we go. It's coming up.
We've got Swift Springs Heat Race number 5 on the speedway already. On the last row here, Shane Jenkins in the number 66 car. Inside of him in row number 4 to 23H. Hunter Sanders out of Shelbyville, Tennessee. Outside of row number 3 in the 82M. We talked about him a minute ago. The 14-year-old out of West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. That's going to be Roman Jones. Inside of Roman in car 16, that's going to be Tim White out of Salisbury, Maryland. And how about the 44T of Brian Teeters out of Palmetto, Florida, outside of row number 2. Jammin' James Hill in the car number 1 out of Laurel, Delaware. He's going to start inside row 2 on the front row. Cody Rogers and Alan Nepper. Cody Rogers and Alan Nepper, they're coming to the green flag. Kind of hot this time. How about it? Green flag in the air. James Hill already right to the high side of the racetrack here. The number 98 of Cody Rogers back to third. James Hill has won everything there is to win the past 2 nights here at Bubba Raceway Park. He's in his heat race knocking on the door of Alan Nepper. He'll drive it in high side down there in turns 1 and 2. That's the preferred line here at Bubba Raceway Park. That's where you get the momentum. James Hill knows it. Jammin' James going to jam it down low in turns 3 and 4. Alan Nepper's going to hold on to the top spot. How about that 98 car, Cody Rogers, in the number 3rd spot, but don't look now. Tim White picking that left front wheel up through turns 3 and 4, down through 1 and 2, and down the back straightaway. He's got that car hooked up here tonight at Bubba Raceway Park.
Nice momentum going for Alan Nepper, leading the charge back to turn 1. James Hill from Laurel, Delaware, the glory of USA 1 on the side of that yellow number 1 machine, but Joe Kelly, throw a bullseye on that machine because everybody in the Mod Light Stars are gunning to pull an upset on him.
Yes.
Cody Rogers is third. There's your top 3 to transfer. We're halfway home in heat number 5.
One of the things that I notice about the car number 1 is that Jammin' James is able to drive the car anywhere he wants, and he's not scared to try a different line to run down his competitors here tonight.
And the Lexus again off the corner. Off turn 4, still the number 10 out in front. But there's a nice battle brewing for third. It's heating up there as they come to 2 to go. Cody Rogers and Tim White battling in 3.
How about this battle shaping up? Tim White has been after that spot. Cody Rogers has got it. Tim White now to the inside of Cody Rogers down there in 1 and 2. Cody Rogers going to pull ahead of Tim White just ever so slightly here. White flag in the air for Alan Nepper. James Hill trying different grooves all over the track. The battle is for that final transfer spot. How about Tim White in the number 16 car? What's he going to do? What's he going to try down the back straightaway? He's going to try a crossover move now. Drives it in high down there. He's going to try to diamond off turns 3 and 4. Can he get it? Look at his side-by-side battle. But no, the number 98 of Cody Rogers going to hold on for the final transfer spot.
Well, Tim White tried it, Joe Kelly.
He sure did.
He has struggled since practice. Had to change an engine. Had problems last night in the number 16 entry, but he tried everything he could to make the move on that number 19 entry. But unfortunately, when it's all said and done, your top 3 will transfer, and it will be Alan Nepper going flag to flag. James Hill second. Cody Rogers And, of course, Tim White, 1 spot shy. Brian Teeters, Hunter Sanders, Shane Jenkins, and Roman Jones, the rundown. And we got one more heat race left to go, Joe Kelly, Heat 6.
Yes, Arrow Heat 6 here tonight on the Speedway already. Starting on that last row, on the outside, the number 21, Jordan Taylor out of Houston, Texas. Then on the inside of row number 4 and the 23, Jacob Teeters out of North Jackson, Ohio. Outside of row number 3, Mike Kennedy out of Boone, Iowa. John Priest on the inside of row 3 in the number 51 car. Outside of row 2 in the 184, Cole Patriel. And inside of row 3 in the 3T, that's going to be Tanner Gannon. Outside of front row here, outside on the front row, here they are. Going to be Brandon Priest in the 52 car. That's a youngster to keep your eyes on right there. And how about Chris Robinson in the number 15? Let's see what this last heat race has to offer us here tonight. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag in the air. The number 15 car, Chris Robinson, leads them down into turn 1.
Underway.
We are underway here at Bubba Raceway Park.
One more 8-lap heat race, Joe Kelly, and then we go semi-feature and B-mains. Features the rest of the way here on Friday night in Ocala.
I am ready. The 184 car, Cole Patriel, up into the second spot here. Started back in that 4th position.
Hey, how about Brendan and John Priest, father, son? 3rd and 4th, right there.
Yes.
One's in, one's trying to make it in.
That's going to be the 51 and 52 car.
Trouble, turn 4. One car is stalled, just missing the outside retaining wall. And the caution will come out. I believe that's Jordan Taylor in 21.
I believe it is.
The Shy Girls Barn Saloon entry from Houston, Texas. Problems for the number 21 entry.
Parked over there
under caution again.
Parked in turns 4. Not a good place to be. All right, we'll rack the top 3 for you. It's going to be Chris Robinson in the 15, Cole Patriel. How about Brendan Priest in the 52? Then John Priest back in that 4th position. Those drivers battling it out for a final transfer spot here tonight. This is your final heat race for the Bilstein Mod Light Stars. Bilstein Shocks, a longtime sponsor for the Mod Light Stars here at Bubba Raceway Park. What a great little class of competitors here. The Mod Light guys, not only a tight-knit group of guys willing to help each other out, but also highly competitive. We see a lot of different series and clubs coming through the racetrack right here, Wesley, and I know you see them all over the country. Some of these clubs, they come out and turn laps. These guys actually are out here racing hard. These guys are they're
in it to win it.
They are in it to win it, and it's everything to them to be competitive.
That's right.
And we had 50 cars, 52 cars for practice. So
we've had a total of 58.
Yes. So
and understanding we got 2 more coming tomorrow.
Probably. Tomorrow's Saturday. So here's the deal. We had 50 though for practice. That's awesome. That shows the want to win, the desire to be competitive. How about this? Chris Robinson, Cole Patriel, Brendan Priest. Now Priest up into that 2nd spot.
Back for the restart.
Here we go. They're working their way through turns 3 and 4 here tonight. The number 15 car, Chris Robinson, up front. Brandon Priest, Mike Kennedy in the number 95 out of nowhere into the 3rd spot now.
I'll tell you what, though, Joe, you got your top 2 cars pulled away, but behind that, that's a battle of cars.
Yeah, there's a
battle of Hornets' Nest brewing here in Ocala. Off of turn 4, 3 wide in the rear. Almost exiting 4. Robinson, Priest, and Gannon. They're in the dance. Everyone else is fighting and clawing to try to make it in one of those 3 spots. And we just passed halfway as well.
Yeah, Brandon Priest dropped back now. Just a little bit, but he's holding on to that 2nd spot here. He's dropping back into the clutches of Tanner Gannon in the 3T. Tanner Gannon out of nowhere tonight. Rockets up past Mike Kennedy. Drops Mike Kennedy back to 5th. Man, Kennedy was looking at a transfer spot. Now back in that 5th spot, but right up front, Chris Robinson, Brandon Priest, Tanner Gannon, John Priest in the 4th position. He's working to the high side in turns 1 and 2, trying to get by that 3T or Tanner Gannon.
White flag in the air. Here we go, Joe Kelly.
Here
One
comes
more lap to go.
Priest to the high side of the racetrack down there, trying to get that high side momentum build up here at Bubba Raceway Park. Tanner Gannon working and committed to that bottom line here. John Priest going to try it one more time down the back straightaway. Checker flag in here for Chris Robinson in the 15. How about it? Brendan Priest in second. And it's going to be Tanner. Timing and scoring showing John Priest.